Welcome to my 2-month beard growth update using Minoxidil and Derma Rolling. I don't know if you can see it that clearly, but there's definitely more beard growth than last time when I did my 30-day/1-month beard growth update. If I have a look at the photos from day 0, there's definitely a huge difference. And yes, I hadn't grown out my beard at day 0, but you can see that when I took these photos, I did have some stubble, and you can see exactly where I could actually grow a beard before going into this. So I could grow a bit of the sideburns, I could definitely grow a mustache and this part, and a little bit onto the sides, which is still the most prominent areas of my beard at the moment. But if we take a better look on the cheeks, we can actually see that I only had a few terminal hairs. No vellus hairs or nothing, and I still recall my girlfriend saying that my cheeks were as smooth as a baby's butt. So a lot has definitely happened in the past 60 days of using Minoxidil and the Derma Roller. And I'm very happy that I take my photos with the flash on, because that way it's easier to see the vellus hairs, like the really small hairs. So when I say terminal hairs, I mean the hairs that are, like they're real, like facial hairs, they're like the thick ones, And then you have the vellus hairs, which are these small hairs that you can see, like if you're in different lights, you can see the reflection and reflecting back. They're usually like blonde, but when I take a photo with a flash, you can actually see that they are black. So when I look into the mirror, I cannot always see these vellus hairs, but when I take photos with the flash, I can actually see that they are all across my face, which is super awesome. So there's definitely more hair growth, and also compared to day 30 with day 60, especially around the areas where there's vellus hairs. I can see now that there's so much more coverage. They're getting a little bit thicker and blacker. And I currently don't apply any Minoxidil to my mustache or down here. I should probably do it a little bit around these parts here on the edges, because the hair is a little bit uneven, but I will do that once I get the majority of the beard grown in, because I don't want to promote even more hair growth on the actual mustache right now, because then the contrast will be too big. Also, I've been trimming my beard to a 1-guard on my Wall Pro trimmer. Basically, I do that because it looks very unclean if I try to grow it. It looks so stupid, and I don't want to do that. So I just keep it very trimmed, and that's not going to be harmful. However, if I was to like shave it down with a 0 or like a like a skin fade trimmer, that wouldn't be good, because that way those vellus hairs, the really small hairs, won't get affected with the Minoxidil and the Derma Rolling, because you're basically just cutting them down. So by maintaining them at least a little bit of length, they will be affected by the Minoxidil and the Derma Rolling. And I've also seen in the comments section from my last video that some of you guys are wondering if it's normal to get like one side with more hair growth than on the other. So for me, this is the case too. So on the right side, my beard is a lot more scattered than on the left side. You can see that the terminal hairs make out those lines where the beard will eventually go, and it just needs to be filled in, whereas here it's much more like patchy. And it's obviously way too early to say exactly how the beard is going to turn out, but as of right now, this side looks better than this side, so my left looks better than my right. And I remember when I was growing out my beard last time, what I did the mistake, if I build on to the point I was making before of not shaving your beard when you're using Minoxidil and Derma Rolling to try to promote hair growth. I used one of these guys, and that's basically, people use it, I think it's called like an eyebrow shaver, and what you do is you just wet it, and then you can just like make out the lines that you want. So rather than a cutthroat razor, you can use one of these. That's what I did for my beard, so then I could make them as even as possible. And what that does is it basically cuts away all those vellus hairs, which will reflect in the light. So now when you cut them off, you will basically not have that reflection of light, but you will have it on the beard, but not up here, which will make out the illusion of you having a thicker beard than what you have. Also, it looks so much cleaner, and you can make it even across both sides. So you match that, so you have more of a symmetrical look. You can also do it down here. But I don't recommend doing this. I actually haven't done this time around of growing my beard, and I will sustain from it until I feel like I have a good enough beard. That being said, right now I have vellus hairs to up around here, which is insane, but hopefully they won't become permanent. I'm also getting a lot more hair growth around the eyebrows. And on my 1-month update, I showed you guys this little bald spot that I have, and if you look really close, there are small hairs that are coming in right there, but I think that's going to be a bit of a challenge, so I'm just going to give it more time until that is growing in and I get more coverage. It's super strange, but that's also why I like to keep it short, because otherwise it looks like you have a little pond in the middle here, which I just don't like. Another thing that's a little bit annoying with the regimen, for sure, it's the effect of the Minoxidil. I'm not getting those like dangerous side effects from Minoxidil, but just an annoying one. which is dryness and flakiness of the skin. If you're familiar with my channel, you know I love wearing black. I don't just have one black t-shirt that I reuse for every video. I got a couple of these H&M Essential t-shirts, which I love, that fit me very well. But the thing is, the dryness that the minoxidil causes leaves marks on my black t-shirt. So if I just go like this a little bit, you know, when you're thinking and you're contemplating, and then you look down on your t-shirt, you're gonna see I get all this dandruff on my t-shirt, which I just hate. So like, look at that, that's horrible. And I still moisturize, but that's something you can't really avoid when you're using minoxidil. It's going to get flaky and you're kind of just gonna have to accept it. If you're not a big fan of black, I'm happy for you. Wear other colors. Me, I love wearing black, so I'm just gonna have to deal with it. But yeah, it looks a bit nasty, to be honest, but at least when I moisturize, it doesn't look very flaky on the skin anymore, because I use a lot more lotion when I moisturize now than what I did before. And when it comes to the minoxidil, I still use the Folixol minoxidil. They've also sponsored my journey, so I must say that as well, that I haven't actually paid for the products. They reached out to me and asked if I wanted to use it for my hair growth journey, but I said that no, because I've used other products for that. Don't want to do that, but I was interested in growing my beard, so I asked them if they wanted to sponsor that. They did, and I think it's been really successful so far. And they've given my channel specifically 20% off to give to you guys, so if you're interested in trying a new minoxidil, please do that. They use it for hair loss as well, and they recommend it for hair loss. I've just decided to use it for beard. I haven't used it on my hair yet, so I can't speak for that. But you can check their channel out if you want, and you can decide for yourself. However, with 20% off, this minoxidil actually becomes really, really cheap. So your first order, 20% off, use my code VE20SALE. I get a little bit of money from that as well, so you're also helping my channel out. Awesome, that's great. So if you have any questions, please comment them below and I'll make sure to reply to you. I hope you enjoyed the video, found it somewhat useful, and I shall see you in the next one. Bye.